You're listening to episode 25. Yeah, quarter way to 100 of the Wheeler's Dog Podcast. I'm Eugene B. Sims, and thank you so much for checking out the Wheeler's Dog Podcast, an extension of my award-winning blog, WheelersDog.com. I'm hoping to maybe score another award from the Triad's Yes Weekly magazine, or newspaper, whatever you're going to call it, entertainment guide. It's got a little bit of all kinds of information in there, so hopefully I'll get another award. I'd like that. I didn't get the podcast out there soon enough to get involved in that, but yeah, hey, I'll take anything. And gout, still dealing with the gout. Yeah, not so good. Stupid me. I didn't even think about the ham that Jamie prepared for dinner on Monday night. Yeah, first of all, went to a grocery store chain known to originate from Salisbury, North Carolina. And they had this terrific price on ham. And so I had it on my list. Two things meat-wise she wanted on sale. And one of them they were completely out of. And the other was the ham. And I got the last one. I think he said they were more in the back, but I got the last one out there on the sales floor. I can't remember the price of it, but it was fantastic price for ham. So much so that the cashier says, I need to get me one of those. That's a great price. And it was, I don't know, it was probably the size of a bowling ball and a half. I mean, it was big, wrapped in the thick, heavy plastic. And she prepared that joker up Monday night with some, I think it was black-eyed peas. Fantastic. I just ate up that ham. Yes, delicious stuff. And then the next day, I got 2 pieces of bread. Just slathered them with mayo. Put some ham, just piled it high with that ham. Wouldn't you know it? The next day, I was feeling it. Wednesday, I was feeling it coming on. Yeah, I could feel something wasn't right, and I know how that feels. And it was like the big toe, but also it was just like right at the ball of my foot, where all the toes come together at your foot. And it was just stirring, just a warning shot across the bow, so to speak. Then on Thursdays, I got a little bit of swelling, and walking became a bit uncomfortable. Wasn't quite swollen yet, but I wasn't enjoying the walk. I was able to get around and do what I had to do on Thursday, which was go to WTOB and do my production work. So I did that. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm again recording where the magic happens here in the big house, the bedroom, our bedroom. Not a whole lot of magic going on these days. And that's on purpose, with the COVID, because I'm the one out and about, and, we're not really swapping bodily fluids anymore. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyway, I got to WTOB, and that was about it. About all that I did. I was just kind of put my foot up for like the rest of the day. And then on Friday, oh, good gosh, man, did it ever hit me big. It was painful, and it was not so much the big toe. Again, it was the ball of my foot. That was something completely new. And it swollen. I mean, swollen like a baked potato was inside of my foot. I couldn't find my cane. I had a cane for such things because, I gotta get around. I gotta move around. And I couldn't find it. I remember it was in my truck. And I couldn't find it, and I looked out into the pool house, the building out there, found a cane, but it didn't have that rubber tip on it, so it would slip out from under you and make that sound on the hard floors, the hard surfaces. it was just not a good thing. And then I said, I know I've looked out in the game room, but let me look again. Looked, and there it was, between my big speaker there by the door leading outside. So, found my cane. It got so bad that I was using a Pete Rose Louisville Slugger that Matt Clark used to have at WSJS. So I was walking around with that thing. Sounded like a pirate, walking around the deck of a ship. Clank, step, clank, step. Kind of like that. And then I stayed mostly confined to the bed. Yeah. I mean, it hurt that bad. And the thing is, normally it hurts really bad when you first start out and you get that first few steps under your belt, maybe 6 or so. It starts to feel okay to where you can get around, kind of hobble around a little bit. But, I just stayed in the bed. I even considered trying to find some pee jug. I needed something to urinate in so I wouldn't have to get up in the middle of the night or during the day while I'm sitting there watching Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all the stuff that I have on the YouTube TV, quote unquote DVR. I was catching up on Brockmire and Better Call Saul, but I kind of needed a pee jug. And then Saturday, oh man, it was still swollen. It made my junk shoes, what I call my junk shoes. I've got a pair of junk shoes that I wear. They've gotten too old to be worn around in public. So what I do is I just tie off the ends, to where the shoestring won't come out. And they're just kind of open so I can slip into them and slip out of them. So if I've got to go outside real quick, with a dog or something like that, or just retrieve something from the truck, I can just slip those babies on. I'm in, I'm out. I could not slip those things in. My feet, I just couldn't do it. It was so swollen and painful. I started out not using the cane, but I said, no, I gotta use the cane. And then an old classmate from Northwest Guilford High School came to visit. Thank you, Jared. I always knew him as Jay, but he is listed on Facebook as Jared, so I think that's his name that he's going to use, Jared. I didn't even ask him. He came over, he was visiting his mother, and he lives down in Charlotte, so I'm kind of like in between. So he was kind enough to drop off a couple of mixers for me. Yeah, wasn't that nice? He's not only helping support the podcast with a Behind the Bark VIP donation, which I really do appreciate that. And so far, that's the way everybody goes. Yeah. I shouldn't complain. I'm not complaining. And then I just figured out what I'm getting my VIPs. Yeah, so, get on board with that at patreon.com/WheelersDog. But Jay dropped by. We visited a little while. He saw me hobbling around in my bedroom shoes because I couldn't wear my junk shoes. And, I felt really old and embarrassed. But, I gotta do what I gotta do. Meanwhile, there was some socializing going on down at my father-in-law's house. And when the sun started to set, it migrated up here to our house. So sat out there a little bit in the cool wind after Jay had left. And then it migrated over to my wife's cousin, Randy, who lives next door. It migrated up there into his yard. So, that's when I decided to come in. Yeah, put the foot up. And turns out that I lost the North Wilkesboro iRacing program on YouTube, but I did re-record it later that night. Fantastic. Great to see it. Even if it was a virtual race, it was nice to see North Wilkesboro again. Actually, one that I'd never seen. It was from 1987 is what they made it look like, a 1987 version of that track. Then Sunday, I woke up and... Well, let's put it this way. The dog woke us up. Dog had a little incontinence issue. She is 19 years old. I'm starting to think that this may be a way of life for her. I don't know. So we had to change the bed because the dogs do sleep with us. And I just went out to the game room, got on the couch with, little Lucy, the old girl. And I just laid there and just couldn't go to sleep. And then I was like, screw it, I'm getting up. It was still swollen. It was painful. And again, I started out not using the cane. As a matter of fact, at 8:47 a.m., my good friend, I'm going to go ahead and say that, my good friend Bate and my wife's godfather, who kind of lives across the street from me, wonderful, wonderful man, kind enough to bring me a bottle of concentrated tart cherry juice and a juice mixer to help me with my foot. I mean, he just took pity upon me after seeing me hobbling around on Saturday. So, greatly appreciated. I mean, fantastic. I mean, it's great having friends that actually care about you. And I can't say enough. And even like Jared, dropping those mixers on me. I asked him if he had a price for him. He said, no. You know, he's helping my cause. It's going to be used the podcast. I'm working on getting some better microphones. And not only for the podcast, but doing some voice work out of the house. So, hey, if you've got a business and you do some advertising and you might use different radio stations or TV, whatever, and different people use different voices. You want one voice. That's the best way to advertise. One voice. Come see me. Yeah. Holler at me. Yeah, I'll be happy to see what we can do. But, yeah, I'm going to start doing that. And, again, thanks to Bate. And then today, I got up. You know, there's some things that I got to do on Mondays. Usually I go to the grocery store on Thursdays, but I couldn't go last Thursday. And couldn't go Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And I thought about it today, and after walking around for about an hour, I was like, no. I do not need to be walking in a grocery store. So, yeah, I held that off. It hurts. I was able to actually put the shoes on. Yeah, the junk shoes. So that was a step in the right direction.
The Less Desirables Network's own national sports podcast, Fan Interference, hosted by Ty Collins, is available everywhere you find podcasts and at TLDpodNetwork.com. Down, set, hut.
And what I used to do on Thursdays was go to the dump. You know, Thursday was my day off from, moving trucks around for a company. You know, taking them to the shop. Taking them to various locations all over Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem, back to forth to Raleigh. And so Thursdays I have off. That's my WTOB day, and I made it my dump day, you know? And what I mean by that is it's nothing that involves scat. It's more or less you take trash to the dump. Now, we can get garbage service here from like Waste Industries, I forget, like North Davidson Garbage, something like that, but why pay for it? I mean, one of the satellite locations of the dump, and what I mean is they've got these mashers with dumpsters attached to them, and they mash them into those things, and it's only like 7 miles away. It's not that far. It's like 5 minutes away. So why pay somebody to pick up your trash, all that stuff, once a week? Why not take it myself? So I would do that on Thursdays. Well, I kind of moved it to Mondays because I found out that it's a lot less crowded when I go on Mondays. For some reason, Thursdays, that's the day they open back up. This particular one is closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I guess they have different days that they're closed, the different locations. So the thing is, the meal gets up. She gets out of bed. She gets going. And what I mean by that, on dump day, she's got to go in every room, every bathroom, gather every strip of trash, refuse, anything she can find. Gather it all up, even if it does not fill a garbage bag. It's got to get out of the house. There's no way around it. That stuff can't be in here. We can't have that kind of thing. It's got to get gone. We'll never go to the dump ever again. It's got to get out of here. So she has that mentality every scrap of trash, gotta get out of here. Yeah. So she does that. She walks quickly from room to room to bathroom. She goes into the kitchen and she gets all that trash up and sits it out into the game room, by the back door for me, because my truck is just parked right outside. Oh, there's a way that she does it. So anyway, like I said, every scrap, gotta get out. I don't understand that. I don't know if this is some sort of mental thing, and it was passed down, in their DNA to my wife, because she's the same damn way. It's gotta get gone. Nobody panics like that when, somebody picks up your trash. I've never seen Chigs do that when we had trash service in King. I never seen her do that. Never seen her like, oh, hurry up, get this out of the trash can. They'll never come back. She never acted like that. But for some reason, the mill is just under the impression that everything's got to go. Everything. And here's the odd thing. I also take recyclables. And what I mean by that is plastics and aluminum. I'm not one of these people. I put cardboard in the trash. I've read that recycling cardboard actually makes more harmful waste than the renewable resource called trees. So, yeah, lots of inks, dyes, everything kind of gets into, water supplies, rivers, streams, that sort of thing. That's what I've read. That's what I've heard. So I don't really see the point on recycling paper products, and I don't. Just plastics and aluminum, and that's what I save. I got this big trash can, because we have a pool outside, and lots of times we have people over, we entertain, but I keep this big trash can, like a big 50-gallon trash can. I got holes drilled in the bottom of it, so water leaves, and it just sits out. It's got these wheels on it that you can take off. You know what I'm talking about, like a janitorial kind of trash can, people walk around through hallways and stuff. You know what I'm saying. And so I like to fill that up and then take the recyclables. And I keep a kind of like a recyclable can in the kitchen area, because for cans, and also steel, not only just aluminum, but steel, like steel cans. Put the plastics in there, and the mill is always putting her Lime-A-Ritas, her cans in there, and it piles high. And one of the things I like to do about it, I'm just like, with the garbage, oh my God, it's got to get gone. And she will pull it out. It doesn't matter if it's 75 pounds in the tall kitchen garbage. She will pull that thing out of there to take it out to the game room. But the recyclable bin, now keep in mind, it's fairly light. You see what I'm saying? Aluminum's not that heavy. And there's no glass going in there, so it's not heavy at all. And plastics, they're not really that heavy. But for some reason, the mill absolutely refuses to empty that can. I don't understand it. I keep a big, tub, in like a Rubbermaid tub in the game room. Because a lot of times, we're sitting in there drinking beer or whatnot, and we pull the tabs off for the Shriners, for they can help kids with dialysis. We pull those off, and we just toss the cans into the bin. And that's all I ask. You just take the kitchen recyclables and just dump them in there. And then I'll take it from there, dump them into the big 50-gallon bin that's right now outside the back door, out by the driveway. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, to her, she perceives it to be too heavy to handle. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, don't get it. And then when I'm at the dump, I'm always amazed at people. It has an entrance, it has an exit. And it tells you, there's like a little one-way sign that tells you to go around and drive out the exit. But most people don't do that. Yeah, I don't know if it's Davidson County, that kind of Republican rebellion kind of thing. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me you're infringing upon my rights. I don't know if it's that kind of deal or what. And I'm not really a rule follower. I've been known to break some rules lots of times. Most of the time. So anyway, I don't understand it. So people pull out through the entrance. You know, they're not dumping the recyclables, then they're going out the entrance. And the other thing is, they have two stations, you know, two dumpsters that people dump into. And one is closed and one is open. And I've seen people pull in sideways to these things. You know, in essence, taking up 3 parking spots. What I like to do is I like to back my truck up to it. I keep everything near the tailgate with a strap, you know, an elastic strap, a bungee cord, if you will. I keep everything in there towards the back, except for recyclables. I tack that up near the cab of the truck. And so it's just easier. I just stand there, toss it into the thing. And I try not to take up the whole space, like there's only one space. I like to get, you know, halfway and halfway on the other one. And so, hold on a second. Someone is calling me. Yes? Too late now. No. What's up? Ace Hardware is in fact open.
Awesome.
All right. Well, have fun.
I will.
Hey, that was Sam asking some questions. You heard that. He's now part of the podcast. That's his first. He was looking for me. He's out back actually working, trimming trees and cutting things down. So I guess he's going for some chain oil. I don't know. Anyway, what was I talking about? It was people at the dump. So I try not to block the whole thing, you know, selfishly. Believe it or not, I think about other people. I know that's a difficult thing for most people to comprehend because I honestly don't believe the world revolves around me. No. I just never adhered to that belief. And I like to compromise. So if you've got this space that's about as wide as a truck, why back up your truck to take up all that space when if you take up half of it, then somebody else can pull up? Because it's not like it's real busy. I shouldn't say pull up, back in. And that's the other thing. People with trunks. Why don't they back in? Why do they pull in forward, get out, go to the back of the vehicle, get their refuse out, walk all the way over to the front, you know, and then toss the trash, then do it again? That's something else I've not understood. I don't get that. But the one that really kills me are the ones that park on it sideways. You know, take up 3 spaces. I don't understand that. And then there's some people, you see them, they've got a pickup truck, and the whole damn thing is full of trash. Like maybe they're running a commune or a cult or something. I don't know. I assume that they're saving it up. Why? It's open 5 days a week, except for Tuesday and Wednesday. Why can't you dump your trash once a week? Are you saving it up for the whole month? What is the point of that? I mean, do you live like 20 miles away? Which I don't think is possible. Maybe it is in this county. It's a very long county. Not a very wide county, but a very long county. But I don't know. I don't know. And recyclables, you know, I just dump my stuff in. I've actually had somebody tell me I was throwing my cardboard into the trash dumpster. And somebody said, oh, you can recycle that. And I was like, no, I ain't recycling a renewable resource and dumping more chemicals into our environment by trying to bleach these things and recycling them. But anyway, after the dump today, I went by the local hardware store that Sam was just asking about. It's an Ace Hardware. You know, it's a community hardware. Privately owned, kind of a chain thing. And I like to support them. So I went looking for 2 items. First of all, I checked online to see what they had and what kind of price I could expect. And of course, said they could order it for me. Yeah, it'd be here on Friday. And I was like, screw that noise. I'll just drop by. I'm going to be out. I'll drop by, take a look. Well, they didn't have what I was looking for. And the other item I was looking for didn't have any of that either. Oh well. I guess I'll have to hit the big box. Excuse me. My Gorton's fish fillets are kind of repeating on me, so I apologize for that. But looks like I hit the big box store. Didn't want to do that, but got to do it. And then I drove into town, went a different way, and sure enough, some local yokel, just as I'm cresting a hill, pops out in front of me in some I don't know, 1990s Ford pickup truck. You know, looked like a four-wheel drive. And I could tell just by the erratic driving and the speed, this dude, I don't know, probably 120 years old, maybe. I don't know. He was just, gosh, he was off the side of the road, then he was over the yellow line, slowing down to 30 miles per hour, speeding up to 50 miles per hour, and keep in mind it was a 45 zone. And just when he popped out in front of me, I was like, look at this, a passing zone. I'll just whiz right by this yokel. And then I saw a car pull out, you know, like they were going to try to pull out. And I was like, crap, can't do that. So no telling what that driver will do. So, yeah, kind of use safety in mind. So I follow him all the way well, I shouldn't say that. I follow him all the way to Hampton Road. Yeah, not good. And then, of course, you know, you get on Hampton Road, it's 45 miles per hour, and this guy is just poking along, 35, as if his 120-year-old ass has all day to get there. You know, I'm sorry. I'm going to be driving the same speed if I make it to 90 years old. You know why? Because I'm not guaranteed another breath. If I get that old, no. I'm in a hurry. Damn it. I got to get things done before I die. You know what I mean? I don't understand that people are just poking along. And again, the guy was all over the road. And so we got up to Idols Road after crossing the bridge there at Atlantis and Triumph. And it looks like he was going straight. And I took a left. I had to go to the pet food store. And, you know, I wasn't going to follow him all the way out the end of the Hampton Road. And knowing that he'd take a left. And keep me from getting there at a speed that I desire. Yeah, I can't have that. No. And then I got back home, went to my bedroom, and I got out the bedroom shoes because the gout was hurting.
Sipping NC, the art of drinking, features libations made in North Carolina and beyond, be it wine, spirits, or beer. Hosted by Tim Beeman, Danielle Bull, and Jordan Kuiper, Sipping NC, the art of drinking, is available everywhere you find podcasts and at tldpodnetwork.com.
And real quick, over the weekend, got to tell you this. Sam, who has seen the series, was trying, if I can say this right, trying to turn everyone onto the series Tiger King from Netflix. I don't want to see it. Personally, I see these things, these reality type shows as, train wrecks. It's like watching Jerry Springer, you know, without the fights. You know, I'm talking about the fisticuff fights. And it's just, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's like watching train wrecks. And the other thing is about these reality programs, most of the time, people watch them one time. There's no market for reality series on DVD. Trust me, I know. I remember when American Idol first came out on DVD. We were giving them away on the radio, and people weren't even picking them up. You know, they couldn't care less. And then, of course, they stopped making them because, nobody cares. You've seen it once. These reality programs have a shelf life of just one viewing for the majority of the population because there's no point in watching it. And that's the way I feel about this sort of thing. Why waste your time watching such crap when it gives you nothing in return? Oh yeah, you might get a short little thrill from it, but you know, overall, are you ever going to watch it again? Chances are, no. That's the way it is. So why waste your time in the first place to watch this? I don't get it. It's like the Beverly Hillbillies. It's on somewhere. Seinfeld. It's probably on TV right now as we speak in the United States, at least somewhere, maybe around the world. Great written comedy, all these shows, great shows tend to have a longevity. You know what I mean? But you're not going to get that with Tiger King. No. So why waste your time? And then last night being Sunday night, I for some reason I've been wanting to watch it. It was probably because I talked to my buddy Louie from Capitol Records, the guy I used to work with, Capitol Records. He just called me up out of the blue, left a message, and I forgot to call him back because I can't remember what I was doing, but I was busy at the time. But I eventually called him back and we got in touch. And one of the lines that we like to use from that movie is, have a couple of Coca-Colas. And so ever since we spoke, I've been wanting to see Raising Arizona again. I used to own it on VHS. I thought I had it on DVD, but either I can't find it or I loaned it out or maybe I don't own it and never have. So who knows? I couldn't find it, so we rented it on Amazon for $4. $3.99 on Amazon. What the hell? Sam had never seen it. The Mill had never seen it. And Jamie remembered seeing it once she started watching. And I'm sitting there. I did a bad job of shutting up because I kept doing the quotes from the movie. Son, you got a panty on your head. These doors are going to swing wide. That sort of thing. Don't forget the bouquet, Ed. Anyway, if you've never seen Raising Arizona, do yourself a favor. Check it out. It's a great Coen Brothers film. It's hilarious. I love it. And trust me, if you've never seen it, there are lines in it that you will be using possibly for the rest of your life. Even sawing toothpicks. I've been using that ever since. And don't forget to give us a call here on the Wheeler's Dog Speak Line, 336. I forgot the number. 422-336-422-6006. I'll play your message right here. Nobody will answer the phone. So if you got a message, you got a question, a comment, anything like that, by all means, call the Wheeler's Dog Speak Line. 336-422-6006. Easy to remember. I don't even have it written down anymore. Yeah, there you go. And don't forget, folks, this is the last of the free run Wheeler's Dog podcast. And what I mean by that, every Tuesday, you're going to get, for the masses, everybody, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. I think it's on TuneIn now. I'm not sure wherever you get a podcast from, chances are you can get Wheeler's Dog podcast. But Tuesdays are for the masses. That's it. And starting this Friday, the Patreon bonus episodes start back up. That's right. Heck, it might be Thursday. I might put them out on Thursday. But anyway, you're going to get the Patreon episodes for just starting with a donation of $4 a month. That's it. You start with $4 a month. You could take the Behind the Bark VIP at $8 level. It seems very popular level. Everybody seems to do it when they join on. And, I suspended this for a while because I felt that, hey, with this virus thing going on, people could really, use and hold on to their money. But, things didn't turn out to be as dire as I thought. So I'm kicking it back in. It's also less work for my buddy Tim, who puts all of them to video and puts them all up onto the servers so they get out to all the podcast outlets. Patreon.com/WheelersDog to get all signed up. And the other thing is, if you're a Patreon member, you can use the app. And that's the way I do it. I like to use the app. I put it on my phone. You can put it on your tablet. You can put it just about anywhere. You can put an app. Like the Tuesdays, I will release them on Monday. Like right now, if you're a Patreon listener, you're hearing this on Monday the 11th. Not Tuesday the 12th. Like everybody else. So you gotta get like a day up on everybody. So there you go. But again, Tuesdays for the masses and then bonus episodes. Yeah. Some people with bonus episodes, it might be one a month. Something like that. Nope. Just like Jeff Kay and the West Virginia Surf Report, I think he's got the right idea. Give people what they want once a week. Bonus. So there you go. Starts at $4 a month. You don't have to be stuck on that figure. Yeah, it's cool. If you just, have thousands of dollars laying around doing nothing, well, you can support me in my efforts here at patreon.com/WheelersDog. And I really appreciate it. Again, Jay, appreciate the mixers and everything. I can't wait to get those microphones so things will sound even better on this podcast. And that's mainly what I'm doing the Patreon for, to kind of build up some money to improve the podcast and do better things with it. So, folks, I do appreciate you listening. Tim, thank you very much for all that you do at the Less Desirables Network. It's a podcast network, lots of them on there. You hear them, the liners here on this podcast. So, yeah, I do appreciate it, and thanks again. And I am, I think I'm going to go watch some TV, stay off this gout foot. Bye. I mean, it was big, wrapped in the thick, heavy plastic.